I don't care what it is. I just want to go do the cool thing before the lights go out. So I'm just going to be a leaf on the wind.
All righty. Welcome to the Fruitstand podcast. I'm Zom, and today our guest is Brandon Talbot.
What's up? Hey, everybody.
So I'll let him tell a little bit about himself, but from what I know and the human that he is, Brandon has an awesome YouTube page, not just reviews. It's in-depth teaching. It is cameras. It is art. It is photos. It is such a documentary style that you have. He also has a huge following on Instagram. Anytime I've gone to an event, he is always the biggest hype man for everyone else. Always there to just have a good time.
That is true. I'm just there. Not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Always, always. And then his wife, Melissa, the CEO behind Whole30, is also a content creator, opinionated person who loves to share content as well as her presence with others.
Yeah, she is far bigger than me in terms of like scope and reach, but she deserves it. She's an author, I think 10-time New York Times bestselling author. Yeah, so she's pretty badass. She's way more cool than I am, that's for sure.
You say that, but my biggest question is, so like in an airport, she's gonna get recognized before you?
Oh yeah, not even close. It is weird sometimes in the weird remote places where she'll get pulled aside and people will freak out.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. Now I'm just like, cool, I'll be over there.
I'll take a photo.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
All right. So is there anything I missed on the intro? Anything you want to tell about yourself just to kind of get people to know who you are?
No, I mean, like I think the YouTube page sums it up pretty well. I make incredibly adequate videos for the internet. That's what I do. So I have fun doing it though. It's like the absolute dream job. I just get to go out in the mountains and shoot photos and make videos on that experience. So I'm stoked.
We talked about like the tech part on there, but you just said the mountains. What percentage do you think the content you film is in studio versus outdoor projects?
It's probably higher in the studio. Like when it comes down to it, the majority of the videos are taking place in a studio, but I try to make sure that the content, like I don't want to talk about a camera. I want to show what the camera is doing and where the camera has taken me. So I'm always trying to get outside and get stuff, but it's not always feasible. And so I would say if you looked at the channel page, the majority of the videos are going to be inside, but I try to be outside filming as much as I can.
Oh, for sure. And like me being an adventurer person, I feel like I hike. I feel like I mountain bike, snowboard and everything. Yeah. Dude, you've gone to colder, snowier places than I have. You go. No, I go to Moab and I post a picture. And actually, funny story.
Oh yeah,
I was filming a men's group in Moab for a couple days, doing all these hiking adventures and everything. We got up at like probably 5 o'clock that morning, just after sunrise. Start hiking in the desert. We're about 45 minutes in. And I just see these two guys walking down the mountain carrying their camera gear. They've already got the sunrise. They're coming back from the hike we're at.
Yeah.
No cell service, like middle of nowhere Moab. And Brandon was right there, just about 50 feet away. I was just like, oh my God, dude. No.
I was like, is that soft? That was fun.
Yeah, it's one of those times you have to take a selfie just to post it. You'd be like, okay, middle of nowhere, you find each other.
We had just started filming a campaign for Leica and Portrait Poppy. So that's what you were catching, like that was our first day of filming.
Okay.
On location.
So first day of filming, when was that project done?
Ooh, we had started probably a month before that with like pre-production and everything like that. And it took about a month and a half to film. And then the video came out, man, I want to say in like November of last year.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick turnaround.
Do you prefer a quick turnaround, or are you okay sitting on projects like it's completed? But
I don't like sitting on something. I think you probably get this. You probably feel the same way. Like the longer something sits, the less likely it is to actually go.
Right.
To be seen. So right now I filmed another campaign for Leica, like for another ambassador video. So he got selected to be the ambassador for the Leica M EV1.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I got the call to come like shoot it. So we shot it. It was done, and then it sat with Leica for a little while because there was like this weird FCC thing that happened.
Right.
About 4 months ago, I got asked to do another one of those for Leica's newest camera, the SL3P. And so we filmed that in Oregon, and we finished in like 3 days. This was super fast turnaround.
Okay.
And it's just sat. And we got notified yesterday that they were going to push it even more. So it should have been out like 3 weeks ago, and we just got notified that it's going to sit until August 11th. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this, so I'll let you know later if you need to cut it. But basically, they sent us a text, and they're like, we're going to push till August 11th. So it's done, which is great.
Right.
Had they told us to not start editing it, it would drive me nuts. But since it's done,
Right.
fine. It's out of my hands at this point. But yeah, if it was still on the editing chopping block, I would be losing my mind.
Dude, it's definitely one of those things that, like, you know, you want to shoot something and definitely turn around and get into it. When you have those quick turnaround times that you have to get it done, you're so in the zone. You just shot it. Now you can edit it. Your brain knows where everything is, but you're not sleeping for 24 hours. You're getting it done, right? And then if you do it the other way where you shoot it, put it on hard drives, bring it back to the office, 2 weeks go by, you kind of forgot the story, you know, the actual art of how you shot it sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. I don't like sitting on stuff for too long. And there definitely is an editing zone that you can kind of get into. And there's definitely, if too much time passes, it's hard to get back into that zone.
I don't want to get like too controversial straight off the top, but are we Adobe Premiere or DaVinci?
I don't do either.
What do you use?
Final Cut.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's
I'll be the sole Final Cut guy.
Apple, you heard that, right? Okay.
I'm being forced to learn DaVinci Resolve right now.
Okay.
And I'm doing it kicking and screaming. It's just whatever. But
I still have not tried DaVinci, but Adobe just got a whole new color thing. Dude, that is, I know it's similar because I've seen it's complicated for my brain right now, but I'm enjoying it. It's a weird learning process of colors.
Final Cut was very simple, and it didn't overwhelm my brain, and so that's why I stuck with it. It's so easy, and DaVinci Resolve and Premiere, like who the hell needs 7 pages to edit one damn video? I don't, but I guess I have to now. So
when we're done, I'm going to have to show you what my base case looks like when I have it all set up. The timeline up here, I have the oh my gosh, it is so, I can, I almost want to edit at that point.
But I think for anybody trying to learn an NLE is like learning a new language.
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've built good audiences on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
No, you have a good amount of following on both. I feel like a lot of creators have one or the other. What do you think it made it easy, or what makes it work for you to have a good on both platforms?
Yeah, well, first of all, you're the one saying it's good. I would debate that.
I'll put the numbers down right here. The numbers that he has on both pages, you'll be able to see performing great on both platforms.
YouTube is my main. Instagram is, there's 2 reasons. One, my wife's channel. I would say 70% of my following on Instagram is simply because of her, just riding her coattails.
Okay.
It's slowly been built doing the photography thing. I'm not joking. I think I had like 3,000 for the longest time. And then we started dating and it just went, people would just like fall. So like it's her coattails, the Instagram following. And I think it's grown a little bit by my own volition through photography, but maybe 2,000 has been the result of that. So it really isn't that big of a following. I will say this is my second YouTube channel. And the first one, I've now like managed to get about the same amount of followers on the second one as the first one. And I would say I would debate the strong followings on both, just simply because of like, I have friends and I'm fiercely competitive and I'm constantly comparing myself to other people, which I know you're not supposed to do. But it's tough when like the people you hang out with and you create with have actual like big followings.
Dude, but I will say this from someone on even the other perspective. When I go to CES,
Mm-hmm.
huge fanboy the whole time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not just of the brands and like the releases, but the people and creators like you, David, Chris. Like there's so many amazing creators out there
Mm-hmm.
that I can't wait to see you guys and just be around. And there's no hierarchy when it comes to creators at the top. None of you guys look at each other as of your followers or this right here. Everyone calls each other out on a good video or someone gets a
Mm-hmm.
topic, like, but it's very complimentary. I don't feel when we go to dinner or when we're hanging out, like, again, I'm a little fish in the big pond with you guys, and I feel welcome. So it's not a bigger than. I just think it's so great that like the community, at least the community that I've been introduced with you as well,
Mm-hmm.
that like no one cares about the numbers. They all see each other as like creators.
I would echo that. So when you're like you have a really healthy following, I'm just looking purely at the numbers and I go, it's really not that big. But when I think about the friend group that I've been lucky enough to be associated with, they have huge followings. And I've never felt insecure or that I don't belong hanging out with them. Million followers, they don't give a shit.
Right?
And they've never made me feel like I should give a shit. Like nobody really cares. Really, it comes down to, are you making cool stuff that they appreciate? You could have a very small following, and if you're making cool stuff, like they really like it. But I would say the creator community on YouTube has been, I've only met one person where I'm like, you're kind of a tool. Everybody else has been just solid human beings. And the reason I left my old channel is there was no opportunity to meet and collaborate with people. And the only people I followed were on this side, this niche,
Right.
the camera video community. And I would see them doing stuff together all the time. And I went, if I make no money and my channel doesn't grow, but I have opportunities to meet new people and make cool stuff with them, I think it'll be worth it. And that's what's happened. Like this community, this photography, filmography community has been so collaborative, especially here in Utah. Like there's a great group of people that I can pretty much, text and be like, guys, let's go make something. I just got a new lens. Anybody down to like go shoot something? And, 6 people will respond and we're like out filming for the weekend.
So
And
cool.
these are the big channels that I'm talking about,
Right.
So they're always down to help no matter how big and or small you are.
I think that comes with mutual respect though too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing that I felt with a lot of these guys, that the bigger YouTubers and creators that I've met at these events, is like I respect them as well. So I'm not trying to just post a picture, just get the clout, just trying to be there. But it is the idea that like when you're respectful for people and you give them, you don't idolize them right to their
Mm-hmm.
face. You just respect them as a human and you realize, okay, we're all just here to have fun.
I think
You know?
most of them understand like how small of a fish they are, in the big and or small pond. But like they understand that it's like, dude, we're making videos for the internet. It's not like I'm making the Joker.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was funny when I first started in this niche trying to meet people and just get on sets or collaborate. I was very insecure because it's like, who wants the 44-year-old grandpa that doesn't know what he's doing? Who wants him around type of thing? And I had to pester and I had to be like, hey, I don't need anything from you.
Right.
I don't need anything from your following. I'm not trying to get anything out of this. I just want to learn and I want to make cool stuff. And I think once they understood that that was like a genuine thing, that I really didn't need anything
Right.
from them, they kind of like welcomed me. And now it really is like genuine friendships. So going back to what you were saying about like respect, yeah, it like there was no sort of like fanboying, even though these are people that I'd followed on YouTube for a
Right.
really long time. It was like, you're really good and I want to be really good. So I'm willing to be your PA. You tell me, I'll just go get coffee for you, but I really want to learn. And I think after a while, they're like, all right, cool. Yeah, let's go shoot stuff.
My favorite thing that I can do, if it's for another creator, for another influencer or anything like that, if I can be there and get a BTS shot for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they post it, I don't care if they tag me, but if I can see a candid moment with someone new, and I understand they understand photography or
Mm-hmm.
video, and I can just typically get a good iPhone photo and airdrop it, I don't even need to get their number.
Mm-hmm.
I love that moment.
Yeah.
Because again, it's you're providing value, you're saying, "Hey, here's what's up," and I think that's the thing is sometimes when people meet other people, they try to get the selfie with them, and it's like, "Oh, dude, he's holding a camera." Anytime I mean, I know I have 4 or 5 photos of you holding your camera because I love seeing you in your moment.
Yeah. Oh,
You
for
know?
sure. When I was here, I
Right?
know you got some photos of me, like me taking photos. This was, I don't know if this is too sidetracky to like where we started,
No.
but I remember going to Toronto last year for a Sony event with a bunch of like creators, and I felt super out of place. But in my old job where I trained athletes, I got to train like big names, like high level athletes, people that you see on TV and would be idolized all the time. So and I never fanboyed. I kind of just, and the reason I got to work with those kind of athletes is because I was the one that would treat them like a normal human being, which was so often not the case for them. And I think also having a wife that would get recognized and see normal, healthy interactions, but also see weird, unhealthy interactions, you can kind of pick that out. And when I was at this event in Toronto, there was a person going around doing the unhealthy thing. Hey, and like, hey, we should collab. We should do, and it was like, I had to pull him aside and be like, hey, man, if you really want this relationship, it can't be the first time you meet somebody, what can you do for me? I don't know if we're in the give advice section of the podcast, but if I could give you advice, if there's somebody that you want to work with, the first thing shouldn't be, hey, we should collaborate so you can do this thing for me.
Right. No. I mean, that's great advice. I think again, it's the respecting them as normal people, but then also not asking for something.
Yeah.
Getting for the ask, getting the thing right there. In the snowboarding world, growing up for 20 years doing it, you get to become friends with some of the pro boarders, but then you become really good friends with some of the pro boarders. And then now you like, hey man, can you sign this for me? You're asking one of your friends, but then you see that they actually get autographs to people all the time. It's like, dude, I have your old snowboard deck. Can you sign it for me so I can hang it?
Yeah.
Something kind of at the same time respecting. I think one saying I really like right now, when actors die, people always go to like watch their movies. And I love the expression of giving people the flowers while it's time.
Yeah.
And it's just like letting them know while they're alive, calling them out right there, dude. Great job, great video, great photo, and we definitely like and comment on social media. But when you can just text a friend, give them a call, literally know that like, hey man, that was good.
Yeah.
Good job.
I think that some of these friends have no obligation to do that. Like they're in a place where they don't have to do it. And one of the reasons I respect so many of them is because they'll do that without any prompting at all. They'll reach out via text or a voice message and just be like, dude, you crushed it. That was really cool. And I'll respect it even more when the closer friends that I have will also critique a little bit. I don't like
money. No.
It's
when
great
there's
to-
something on there and a good friend can tell you, and even with it's not even a hug and a lie. It's literally great video, man. Hey, the sound was a little too loud. Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not going to take it from the random in the comment section, but if Cam texts me up and he's like, hey man, this was awesome. Visually, it looked really cool, but I think the pacing was a little off. Thank you, Cam.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. That's something you cannot.
Yeah.
And you got to be open for that. Dude, it's taken me years as an editor to like, in the beginning, you think every time you make an edit, you give to a client and the client's like, oh, great. And they give you no feedback. And you're like, oh, I'm the greatest person out there. And then you start to get nitpicky, and then you start to work with people, and you start to have it, and you start realizing that, like, how well do I take feedback?
Mhm.
How well is their feedback communicating? Because it's also the same opposite, where there's some clients that are never gonna be happy with no matter how many edits you do.
Yeah.
But then learning from, like, the comments that other people do give you, that you get back, "Hey, the music doesn't go with this."
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta keep that circle small, for sure. I mean, it's nice to get the hype, like, it
Right.
always feels good, but it's never as good or as bad as you think it is, and so, having a few really good friends that do hype, but still, like, ground you and give you, like, real critique
Mhm.
is very valuable as a creator.
Um, when it comes to creating your content, you said YouTube is your main one.
Mhm.
Do you directly repurpose it for the other platforms? Do you make different content?
I don't have a strategy, Zom. There's no strategy here. It's I've never been one to do consistency. I've never been one to have, like, a consistent look throughout the thing. There's no grid. I just post what I feel like posting when I feel like posting it.
Dude, I'll be straight
That's
up
it.
with you. That's probably like we feel that through your content, and that's why it works. Like, guys, seriously, I'm sitting across from him in a podcast right now. I know him as a friend. I've seen him at events and everything. He is the same person on his YouTube video. He's the same person on his shoots, and he's the same person on a podcast right now. I don't feel like you're a different version of yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's what helps with the authenticity.
I had an interesting talk today. I won't name him, but so I'm pretty good friends with the rep from Nikon because like all the channel really started to take off because of a Nikon camera that came out and that I gravitated to. Made a bunch of content on it, and somehow I became like the unofficial ambassador for that camera. And I've been fortunate over the last year to work with a bunch of different brands that they're competitors with. I'll have to show you the text. I'll read the text from him, which is a hilarious text. He says, "Cool. I love hate seeing other companies recognize you, but mostly love because seeing your trajectory is awesome." And it's a fun feeling not giving a shit.
Okay.
Like I told him, I was like, "Listen, man, like I love the camera, but I don't want to be your ambassador." And I've had this talk with Sony, and I've had this talk with a few other brands. And it was like, "Listen, I just like cameras and I like making my stuff, and I don't want to be beholden to a thing. I don't want to be beholden to an algorithm. I don't want to be beholden to a grid on Instagram. I'm not beholden to a release schedule. If you go on my Instagram, it might be 4 weeks since the last time I posted. I don't care. When I feel like posting, I'll just post. And it'll be on whatever the weird random thing is that I like at the moment."
I'm gonna call him out right here. Everyone else dropped an FX5 video today. His comment this morning before everyone was which creator is gonna drop the embargo video first.
It will like it's funny because you watch these embargo videos, and I've been a part of them to where you know what time it's supposed to go live. And you'll have that one person that wants to just get a little bit of a head start, and they'll drop it 5 minutes early, and it's like, "You dork, like, this is why we can't have nice things. We've all agreed to play by the rules, and you just think you're special, so you went 5 minutes early."
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to cheat the algorithm by that much more on everybody. Jump that gun.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's okay, whatever.
You say that, but to me, I couldn't do it. I would be so fearful to have that opportunity with whatever
Oh,
brand it
yeah,
was
there's no way I
that
would.
there's no way I could break that embargo from 5 minutes to go viral and then lose the opportunity to get the next Sony cam.
The only people that I see doing it I mean, I have seen people do that, and then they're kinda, like, banned. It's like you've been shadow bound to the nether realm, like, you're no longer, like, on these embargo videos. The only people that I've seen do it get away with it is they have such a huge following that they can kinda get away with it, but sometimes I do think that that's part of the agreement is, like,
I
you
get 5 minutes
I
sooner.
I get a sooner well, I saw it with I have nothing against Pete. I'm pretty sure Pete and Maddie and somebody else had that with a camera where they got to release, I think, an hour before, and that was just built in. It was like, listen, if you have the following they do, you do get to make some rules.
Puff up
Like,
that chest a
yeah,
little bit.
you have some negotiation power. So, but for me and you, no, it's 8 a.m. Okay, we'll go at 8 a.m.
With switching from your industry and getting all in it, was there a specific video? You said the one like there, but was there a moment within yourself that you're like, you know what? I have this. I want to go all in.
I'm crazy, and I will go all in with zero evidence of it working out. My aversion to risk is scary low. I've gone all in a few times in my life, and I've just said, F it, here we go. And when I decided to go all in with this channel, it was with no evidence of it working out. I had like no following. I basically went to my wife and I just said, hey, I'm burnt out of this other channel. I'm unhappy. What do you think about me? Because I was making really good money and I had a decent enough of a following in a niche that paid really well. And I went, if I change, we are going to lose all of this.
Right.
This is going to go away. Like, are you cool with me doing it? And she was like, yeah, I just want you to be happy. Let's give it a year. And so I went, here's the thing. We had a safety net. Not everybody can do this. I would be an ass if I didn't say straight away that we had a safety net to where I could do this, harebrained experiment with a totally new niche. There's hardly anybody that's lucky enough that can do this. That can say, hey, babe, my full-time job that I'm doing that we all need for, food on the table, I'm just going to abandon that and try this.
Right.
Like, I'm super lucky. But basically, just went all in, and it was one of the first videos I did on an old Hasselblad camera.
Okay.
And I put a ton of time into that video. Like a ton of time. And I shot it in a certain way. I just had fun with it. It was this crazy camera that nobody really knew about. And it popped. It was doing 50,000 views a day. And yeah, I think it's at a little over 1 million. But it did 1 million views in 3 months. And that just skyrocketed everything. It brought in a ton of people. And it was a little bit before the next thing kind of took off when the ZR came. And I just happened to start making, that was the other thing. But between the ZR and that Hasselblad video, I think it was shot in such a way that even the bigger channels were like, you're way better than what the channel count is alluding to.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool moment. And I had so much fun. I mean, while I was out there making this video and taking photos, it was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. It was that moment of I haven't felt purpose since I stopped playing ball. And then doing this, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I'm going to put everything on hold and just attack this. So, yeah, I'm glad it's working out so far. So,
who did you look up to and who was your inspiration when you were younger?
Really interesting. Who did I look up to? Who's my inspiration? I watched a lot of movies, but I don't know if I had an inspiration. There was no inspiration as I was younger to do this. There was nobody as a young kid that had a direct influence on me now.
Okay, what about sports?
I mean, I was always into sports, but I ended up playing volleyball, which was not a sport I started playing until I was 20 years old. So, I mean, I'd played baseball growing up, but there wasn't a ball player that I really, really liked. I really liked Hideo Nomo when I was a kid. I thought that was cool. He had such a weird wind-up that I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I grew up in the, late 80s, early 90s of baseball when baseball was steroid era baseball was these were superheroes. Same thing with basketball at the time. Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Jazz ended up having, the run in 92 and 93 or something like that. I liked watching sports, but I wasn't Those weren't my heroes.
Okay.
By any means. I didn't really have like a strong male character that I was like, oh, this is like who I wanted to be.
Right.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing his thing on Terminator and Predator, but no, I honestly can't remember going like, oh, this person, I want to hang this person's poster in my room.
Sure.
So yeah, I think I have more influences now at 40 and 44 years old creatively than I ever did like growing up.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I mean, and I think that's important to, you know, a lot of us actually ask about like who do we idolize younger versus who are you inspired by now?
Mm-hmm.
Who are the creatives that you look for now? You know?
Yeah, I didn't have that growing up, and or at least I don't have any recollection of it, like wanting to be like somebody or having a career path that I really wanted to. I mean, oh, actually, maybe Steve Irwin.
Okay.
I loved animals, and growing up and being a Steve Irwin, for sure. Yeah, Steve Irwin was like the man.
How many dogs do you have?
We have 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind?
Both are like poodle offshoots. We've
But
got a
big,
Moyan
though,
poodle.
right?
I mean, Henry and Hank are like 50 pounds. So I wouldn't label them big, but they're not small.
They're not small dogs.
Yeah, so Hank is a Bernedoodle and Henry is a Moyan poodle. Yeah. But I've had animals like my whole life, and I love animals. We went on an African safari a couple years ago. Oh my gosh. That was the craziest. That was peak. That was the coolest thing I've ever done. Yeah.
That's great. What is something from what you've experienced that you think that a lot of creators get wrong when it's about working with big brands?
This is tough because like I'm super new to this, and you know, I always have a hard time doling out advice because I'm coming from a place of like I'm still learning. I'm a noob, and I'm not that great. So it's really hard to like figure out what people are doing wrong, and it feels weird to say that people are doing wrong.
Okay, well let me rephrase that. What advice would you give smaller creators who are trying to work with big brands?
I'd say the best advice I can give is like what we were talking about at the start of this thing before we started recording. And I think so much of the collaborations, the gigs, the jobs that you'll land, whether they be small or big, I think there's a certain standard of good enough, and it's probably lower than what most people think. But there is I think the real big determining factor whether or not you're going to get hired is, do we want to hang out with you? Like, will we remember you, and will we remember you as that person we just really enjoyed being around? I would say in the last 8 months, I've been hired to do some crazy things. Gigs that I would have never, ever dreamed of getting. Big brands, big opportunities. None of it has come because of like some inordinate amount of skill on my part. I would say it's good enough. It's not going to like shock anybody in terms of like good. I just make sure that whenever I get hired, I'm a really good teammate. Like being on a team in sports, that's one thing sports has taught me, is like how to be a good teammate and how to put other people in front of you and doing your job. And I really like people. I want them to leave going, that was a really great experience. And I think I can facilitate that on an emotional level for people. And so I think I get hired on these jobs because people recommend me for that reason. He's good enough, but he's going to make sure that like you'll never have to worry about him. Whether it's on set or out in the Arctic or shooting a crazy concert, you're never going to have to worry about him.
Dude, that's awesome, man. I said to him earlier, and I'll call him out on this one. How tall are you?
6'1".
In the creator world, he's taller than average. Okay, he's taller than most of us. When all of us hang out, he's more than likely the taller guy in the room. But also, anytime I've been at an event, when he has his camera out and he's able to go there, he hides. Like he just gets smaller. He blends in with the walls.
It's such
He
a weird
just-
compliment, but
but
I like it.
But I see that you don't want to mess with the authenticity of the moment, and you're just trying to capture it. So anytime, and I see you ninja vanish or whatever you do when you get
Yeah.
that camera, he's instantly in the zone. And it's something I've really enjoyed seeing in you anytime we travel or anytime we see each other.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah,
That's what I want to be. Yeah.
a 6-foot fly on the wall, and he doesn't.
If I can, yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go through some a little bit quicker questions here.
Fire away.
All right.
Dog. Hey, what's up?
What's
dude?
up, Billy?
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? Oh, you're warm. You've been out in the sun.
All right, rapid fire questions. Favorite mountain range in Utah?
It's not in Utah. I would have to say the Tetons. I don't really have a
Okay.
favorite mountain range here in Utah.
Which canyon do you drive the most?
Big Cottonwood.
Okay.
I'm up there a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It's accessible. It's close. But Tetons for sure.
Tetons are amazing.
Yeah, I will send it for a good Teton shoot.
On the snowboard aspect, I'm a huge snowbird person. I love Utah mountains. You say Jackson Hole, let's go.
Yeah,
Okay, the Tetons are another level of big.
they're so pretty.
They're huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully the gig we were talking about early might take me to the Dolomites, and that is like bucket list.
Okay.
So that I'm fingers crossed.
Favorite spot to eat food in Utah?
Sushi Groove is really high up there. If you've never been to Sushi Groove, that is a hidden gem. Probably our favorite fancy place that you would never think is like really good is called Harbor Steak and Seafood. It's like across the street from a Little Caesars up on the bench. It's like Foothill Drive.
I know right where it is. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That place is so good. It's so good.
Okay, I haven't been.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Harbor Steak and Seafood. Let's see. Is there any other little gems that I just love? Table X.
Mhm.
Table X is delicious. The bread is amazing. My wife is a huge foodie. She's in the food industry. So we're really lucky that we get to meet and do cool food things. But those I would say are probably my 3 favorite.
Dude, she's probably amazing to travel with when it comes to food.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't even have to
Like
think, right?
It's an
You just-
unfair advantage,
Right.
Because she'll be like, "Where do I eat in San Francisco?" And she'll get 3,000 responses, and half of them will be chefs. Like, "Oh, you should come check out my thing." You know, and it's like, "Oh, they won a James Beard Award." It's like, great, this is gonna be amazing.
That's a good companion to have out there. It's absolutely
wonderful. Yeah.
Besides adventuring, besides eating,
Mhm.
what is one of your favorite things to do locally?
Like I said, I'm big into movies, so I will go see a movie wherever, whenever. But
Go
it's
by
also-
yourself?
all the time,
Love that.
all the time.
Yes, go see movies by yourself. It is the best.
Yeah, I go movies all the time. When Dune 3, when the tickets went available for Dune 3, and IMAX 70 mil was an option. I got 4 as fast as I possibly could. It's my first 70 mil IMAX experience,
Okay.
but I got to fly to California to go see it. Do I care? No, I'm pumped to go see it. It's me, Rome's, our friend Keith, and then the company Atlas. They make the Atlas Mercury's.
Yeah.
Atlas. So Dan, the owner, he's a friend of mine. He helped create the lenses for Dune 3. So I was like, Dan, we got to go. And he's like, oh, this is going to be great. So we're all going to go to the Irvine Spectrum and go see it.
Crazy.
So-
yeah.
That's a big thing for me. I love going to see movies. And dude, I just shoot. Really, just for me, I don't have to make stuff. Just keeping a camera in my hand and the feel of a shutter going off. That brings me a lot of joy. So I shoot a lot, even if it's not going anywhere.
Okay, kind of goes to my next question almost perfectly. If you had an open week next week, nothing planned.
Yeah.
Would you rather go do something pretty cool that you're allowed to share and post, or something legendary that you can't share and
Oh, the latter.
Okay.
The latter, 100%. Saying it's a movie quote. that I've been using a lot, and we went and did this job that I will not be able to share for a good year, maybe a year and a half. Just an epic experience. But it's very different than anything I've done. And I would share with the crew Leaf on the Wind. If you ever get to watch the movie Serenity, there's a scene where the pilot, he's like, I'm a leaf on the wind. That is kind of my approach to this whole thing. I think I've learned that there's a finite amount of time that you get in the 15 minutes, you know? Like YouTube for me is kind of like this weird 15 minutes where it's like the ultimate dream job where insane opportunities are just landing on my lap, which is nuts. And so for me, I don't care what it is. I just want to go do the cool thing before the lights go out. So I'm just going to be a leaf on the wind and if it's shooting a dock in the Arctic, that's awesome. Let's go do that. You want to go shoot this thing in Death Valley for Google where you'll probably die? Yeah, let's go do it. So that's just kind of my mentality. And none of those things you can share. None of those things you can post. Yes, please, let's go do that. Yeah.
Incredible, man. That's so cool. Definitely the snow trips, I always get jealous of yours, even though I know it's not your thing, which makes me even more jealous.
There's no snow to go board in where we went, dude.
It doesn't matter. Snow is amazing.
There was no snow. I'm telling you, it was like hard-packed concrete.
All right, let's wrap up a couple just quick little closers here.
Yeah.
What kind of content do you think people are not doing right now that they should?
Kind of content they should. I mean, I can only speak from me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, like, really, if I was smart about it, I would make way more short-form content. And I just don't care. I just don't have the interest. Every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, this will be a cool reel. And I'll do it. It'll be fun. I threw my Leica in a snowbank. Freaked people out. It's just like, that was cool. And I don't know, like,
that gives me anxiety to even know about.
Yeah, but there's nothing. If I was smart, I would do more short form content. I think the content that's going to perform really well really soon is anything analog. I'm shooting film. I'm experimenting with film. It's
you just jumped into it.
It's a deathly money pit. Oh my gosh, the amount of money I've spent on film and film processing is so stupid. It's so dumb. But there is something visceral and addictive about loading a film camera, and shooting film. The results, you could argue, are so similar to digital. Like, you can get so close, but there is something about the process that is very different. And I think the same thing goes for music. Same thing goes for listening to a record instead of like downloading something from Spotify. So I think with especially AI and how things are becoming just a facsimile of the real thing, people are going to gravitate to the analog thing. And so if I were to give any advice, like if you've got a channel and there's an opportunity to maybe shoot content on the analog thing, about the analog thing, do that.
There we go. Where are you developing your film right now?
The FindLab. They're really cool. I don't know anything about processing or scanning.
Okay.
They could suck. They really could. I wouldn't know. But they're really good people. Every time I've gone in there with a question because I'm new, hey, I did this, I made this mistake. They've been awesome about like teaching me how to do it better. They've never made me feel like an idiot. But they've also been super proactive. Like when I've requested something that can't actually be done and they've charged me, they've immediately called me and been like, hey, we made a mistake. We're giving you a credit. Here's a refund. Like, that's just uncommon these days. Right. Like the level of customer service from the FindLab, other people have suggested other places and I've just gone, I'm not going to even bother.
Why? Why go somewhere else when you have great service?
Yep. It's expensive. It's expensive everywhere, but they're just amazing people.
That's so good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, dude, this has been
You're the man.
Awesome to sit down here, right? Dude.
I know it's been kind of nuts, so thank you.
I think
for sticking with it.
The other thing about this is like when we hang out and we talk about life. Mm-hmm. But being able to have a podcast like this, I get to corner you, I get to ask the questions that I've always wanted to ask. you know, and I feel it's just been there. And again, I love that the numbers don't matter to you. I love that
They matter. They matter. Don't get me wrong. They matter because for a smaller creator, they do. A bigger creator will tell you that the numbers don't matter.
Right.
Trust me, when a creator, like when a brand comes to you and says, you just don't have the pull, they do matter. They just, they're not going to influence what I want to make stuff about.
I see your page and I see your numbers compared to mine, and I am blown away with the quality, the professionalism that you are. To me, you are in the S tier of number.
Thank you.
You know, wherever that is on that point. And I do understand the same thing you said, that like when you go to pitch yourself to a client, oh, you're not at 100K. It's like, it's still sad that that's how they look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I know the other projects and things that you've done, and those are the people that look at your talent. Well, those are the ones that see what you got.
Hopefully it didn't come across as me being like pompous and not recognizing that what I've done isn't
it's
bigger than most.
Yeah, but it's the humility you have, dude. You're a good dude on that part. I see how you always push yourself, always want to do that.
Thanks.
And dude, I can't wait for the big things that are coming in the future. I can't wait for your next story that I see that I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, leaf on the wind, man.
Leaf on the wind. That is definitely probably going to be the title of this podcast.
Just gonna get it tattooed somewhere. I love it. What's his? He's having a photo shoot with
Billy,
with the dog.
Yeah.
Great. That's a great way to cap this thing.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Peace.